Hey everyone, welcome back to the Halo 2 Analysis series. Today we're getting into Delta Halo. As shown in the intro cutscene, we get to start this mission off with a rocket launcher, and it's the first mission where we're given one right off the bat, no less. In addition, we also get our first look at jungle environments in Halo 2, and personally I think it's a step up from CE. The first area on this new ring is an open field in front of this temple building that's neither necessarily too open nor too closed off. It's relatively easy to skip past, but I rarely do that. This arena has a really fun layout in addition to the composition of troops being really well varied and satisfying to fight against. For those that don't run off and stay, eventually we will even get a helpful Warthog dropped off by a Pelican to us. Regardless of if on foot or on the Warthog though, the view over the hill looking over this lake that we'll be traversing on this next level and the rest of this very level that we're on, it's just magnificent. Approaching a second arena, and this one is basically the opposite of the first. Rather than fighting uphill to a temple at the top of this, the temple that controls the bridge here is actually downhill, and instead of a balance between open and closed areas, all this space generally feels either way too open, or if you're inside the building, way too closed off. But getting into the building and activating the bridge does give us access to the other side. Beware when crossing, however, as a Banshee will fly in from behind you and can cause some trouble. Getting rid of the Banshee as well as the Wraith leads us to this beautiful waterfall area. Seriously, if these Halo rings weren't super weapons of galactic destruction, I'd consider a spot like this to be one of the most ideal places to live in the Halo universe. But getting back to the mission at hand, our next wave of enemies is guarding these tunnels with a combination of turrets, ghosts, and grenades. From grunts that are usually for the throw of the grenades, and with the turrets to jackals with the shields, but this little area ends up posing not too much of a threat. Entering yet another arena area, the third stone building area on this mission, and one I just absolutely love with the sheer variety of different ways one can go about getting through this area. You can use the sniper or the BR if you're a good shot to clear the way. If you hijack or bring a vehicle here, then you can blast through the areas where the enemies are spawning from, taking them out before they even get out of the door. Or of course, take on all the grunts, jackals, and elites on foot in almost any direction. Past the door into the temple, and here is this opening in the rocks where we get another very fun area to tackle in whatever way we wish. Originally, not only would we have to clear this area out getting into this valley here, but once upon a time there would have also been a phantom swinging by to give all these enemies even more support. This was cut in the final game somewhat sadly, but with that said, this area is still pretty challenging enough given the just sheer quantity of jackal snipers. Lastly, we get to this room with the Prophet of Truth hologram chanting, where there are several elite honor guards that are going to put up a pretty good fight, and that will bring us to the end of the level. So that's going to do it for today. The next episode is going to go over the mission Regret, which should be up within the next week and a half or less, as I've already started on that script and these videos are fairly short. If you want to support the channel financially, the PayPal is in the description, as well as the channel's Twitter. Love you all, and have a good one.